You have a business or have a message to get out to your customers, advertise on KQCK Live radio station. This is your sheriff, Paul Babu. I endorse KQCK Live, our hometown radio station, for our city.
All right, well, you are listening to KQCK radio station out here in the beautiful Santan Valley, and it's a great day today, 88.8 degrees out. What do you think of that, Bridget?
I love it.
Well, man, I've been waiting for this weather for a while. Well, we are here for an episode of Chamber Chat today for the Greater Santan Chamber of Commerce. Fantastic operation right here in Santan Valley, Arizona. And we've got Bridget Crosby on as our guest today.
Hello.
Tell us the name of your business, Bridget.
My business name is Safra Ceramics.
Safra Ceramics. And this is a pretty newly acquired business for you, isn't it?
It is. I just purchased it last month.
Awesome. Well, let's jump right into it. Tell us a little bit about Safra.
Safra Ceramics was started in 1993 by a gentleman in Tucson. He wanted to sell, and I approached him, and he decided that I was the person he wanted to sell to, so I bought the business. And right now, we are an online store, but everything is made right here in Santan Valley, Arizona.
Nice, and I see you brought me a cupcake.
I did.
Very nice. I probably don't want to eat this one, though, huh?
Might be a little hard.
This is a little piggy bank?
That is a piggy bank.
Can you open the... Oh, you can open the bottom. Look at that. I thought you had to break this one. No, you don't ever want to break it, do you?
Nope.
It's awesome.
That is a finished piece with acrylics. And basically an unfinished piece, what I sell online would look like this right here. This is a fine piece of ceramic bisque. Ready to paint, ready to go.
Tell us a little bit about the themes of these ceramic things. Are they? I think most of us have seen the movie Ghost.
Yes.
I mean, when I picture a ceramic place, I picture you in there all muddy and spinning stuff on those little wheels and making pots. Is that what we're talking about here?
No, that is a different type of pottery, using pottery wheels. What we're talking about here is similar in that we take the slip, which is actually the mud, which is created here in Santan Valley, and we pour it into a mold.
It's created here in Santan Valley?
The mud is mixed. We buy the ingredients, and then the mud is mixed, and we pour it into a mold, and then the mold dries, and this would be the finished product here.
That's beautiful. Very detailed.
And this is actually fired.
So that means if you hit it with water, it's not going to dissolve, right?
Right. Now, if it's unfired, it's still considered slip, and it's very, very fragile. But after you put it into the kiln and fire it, it gets really hard.
It's kind of like glass at that point, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, in order for somebody to attain one of these pieces, are you selling more to people wanting to paint them or more for your art? Or both?
Well, both. My online site sells right now just the unfinished pieces, and there's thousands of different types of things to choose from. So a person would purchase this, and then they would purchase the paints and the paintbrush and go home and paint.
And you carry a huge selection in stock on hand.
I do. Well,
so
they're all made to order. So if I get an order on the internet, we would actually create that specifically for that person. I don't have any inventory. I make everything to order.
So the blanks are basically on the internet at safra-ceramics.com. They can go through them, pick out the blank, and then they just basically, PayPal you or?
Yes, I take credit cards, I
nice.
accept checks.
Okay.
And then I ship them the item, and they paint it.
No problem with the shipping, huh?
No. I use the United States Post Office, and it's working out well. The gentleman who started the business since 1993 has also used the post office. No problems whatsoever.
Very nice, very nice. Is this for flowers, or what exactly is this here? Is this an art piece then?
This is actually the base to a lamp. There's a hole up here in the top, so a person could put a lamp piece with a light bulb and a shade. I don't have it as a lamp. I like it as a vase, so I have this sitting in my living room.
It's very authentic.
Thank you.
It looks, it's amazing how realistic that looks. Very 3D as well.
This is all hand-painted.
And you did that yourself?
I did.
That is fantastic. Whatever got you into ceramics? Have you been doing this a long time?
I've been doing it for about 10 years. I like to paint, and my mother-in-law, Barb, actually suggested, why don't you try ceramics? You'd be really good at it. I'd never heard of it, and I started painting it, and I just love it. And the beauty of it is, when you get a blank piece like this, you can do any colors you want. So
I mean, you can make them
yeah.
real, or whimsical, or you can make them however you want.
Right, you're the artist, you're in charge of it, so...
Wow. Are people pretty specific when they contract one of your pieces? Do they say, well, I want a black mustache on him, and I want a red mane on the horse, and or do they just say, go with it and make it happen?
The ones that are empty or not unfinished right now,
right.
They just pick their piece and then they paint it. The ones that I paint, I can do special orders for people. I've had a few so far that said, oh, well, I want a cupcake with white sprinkles, like this one here. So I can do basically whatever colors that they want.
These must make wonderful gifts.
They do, and people order them to match the decor in their house. I had one lady that said, oh, I would like a vase to match, my black and white house, so I made her a vase that matched her black and white decor.
Wow. Do you have the kiln and all that stuff at your place as well, or are you doing that off-site?
I'm doing that off-site.
Gotcha.
Right now I just have a little studio in my house, but the bigger items are done off-site.
That's really cool. And do you have any employees, or is this all you now?
It's all me. Yep.
So you're running...
And my husband helps out a lot with...
Is he painting ceramics too?
No, but he does, he's my tech support, so...
Nice.
Good shout out there to Mark Crosby. Thank you.
Can you repair something like this if you break it? Or is it time to then put a new one together?
You can repair it. Super glue for bisque works well, but if it's already painted, you're going to have the little line where the super glue is. Some people can paint over that. It just depends on how bad the break is, and if it's shattered, you wouldn't want to spend an hour gluing it back together. So,
can you give us an idea of what something like this costs, and tell us what kind of things you have available? Just I know you've got tens of thousands, but give us an idea of what some of the most popular types of these. They're called bisques?
Bisque, ceramic bisque. Well, something like this, the Santa Claus on the little horse. This is called the Arizona.
I didn't realize that was a Santa.
Mm-hmm. This is the Arizona Santa Claus, if you want to take a look at him. We have a variety of Santa Claus. We have Irish Santa, Scottish Santa, Arizona Santa, Colorado Santa, hundreds of different Santas and Santa themes, anywhere from ornaments that are $3, starting at $3, anyway from the bigger Santas that go up to $50. So it really depends on... I invite people to take a look at my site at www.safra-ceramics.com. Browse through all the different categories. I have garden categories, home decor.
So now, the garden categories, like my wife loves garden stuff. Now you can put a coating on these where they can sit outside and then they're fine, right?
You can spray it with a UV coating, yes.
And they don't deteriorate.
Right. Well, eventually they will, but it helps hold it up longer.
Are these different from like the ones you see in Mexico that weigh a ton? I mean, those. Maybe there's cement ones from there, but
that's a different. Yes.
Oh,
that's
it
a
is
different type. This is
like the seagulls on the piece of wood, that you see coming from Mexico and different places.
That's a thicker pottery, and it's also glazed with a different paint to solidify it. These are thinner.
These are mostly indoor. Right.
But if you use a different type of glaze, you can also put them, outdoor to last longer. But there is also a UV spray that will help the item stand up to the weather.
Now I'm looking here on the website, safra-ceramics.com, and there's a lot of stuff to choose from. I see something here that catches my eye. Shoes. You probably don't do good running shoes, though, do you?
Arizona shoes.
They're tough to walk on the treadmill with those, huh?
Yeah, click on the link.
All right, let's see what we got here.
And it'll bring up some pictures. So there's a ballerina shoe you can paint.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Wow, they look like real shoes, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lady's high heel there that you can paint, and you can use it for decor, or you can put jelly beans in it or M&Ms. Or there's a cowboy boot. So the beauty of that is, like
those
I said,
are real cool.
You can choose the colors. You don't have to paint those exact colors. There's also a baby shoe. I do have a customer who orders baby shoes by the hundreds. And what she does is she paints them and gives them to doctors. So when they have a baby, when they deliver a baby, she gives them a shoe.
Do you do the castings of like little kids' feet and stuff like that?
No.
That's a totally different thing too.
That's a different thing.
I'm just kind of getting the understanding of what you do here. So what you do is mostly decorative and artistic then completely.
Correct.
And they are definitely beautiful.
Thank you.
Garden gnomes, that's pretty cool.
Garden gnomes are lucky.
Yes, they are. Do you have a garden gnome?
I don't.
Nor do I.
They're kind of freaky.
That's a problem, huh? Let's see. We've got vases, outdoor decorations, African masks, and plaques. Wow.
So click on a category.
And there's a ton of them.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
I find that people like to have choices, the different cultures, because not everybody's the same. It's not a cookie cutter for everybody. So, you have a different background than I have a different background. So it's nice to have that choice. I'm Irish. Right now I don't have any Irish things on the site. So that's coming soon. But people, for their backgrounds and their heritages, they like to choose things that they can paint and decorate their homes or give as gifts.
Look at that. Yeah, these are pretty wild. I like that. Candle holders. Just looking at some of the different stuff here. Now, wow, you got the candle holder with the candles on them here. And these candles are you also making those? The candles with it?
Well, that's a ceramic candle. If you can see, it's a little lamp.
With a little bulb on it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yes.
You have those?
Yes.
So you can do those too.
Mm-hmm. If someone ordered that, yes, that's what they would get.
What do you what's your favorite part of the ceramic thing?
I think that just the artistic part of it and being creative, painting, creating something is just really healthy for people. It's a healthy outlet. It calms people down. It also brings an amount of joy into people's lives. And that's why I do what I do.
This is a super, super specialized business. This is you got to have a passion for this, I think.
A passion, but you don't have to be, a professional artist to do this. A child could do this. Anybody could do this. If I could do this, you could do this.
Wow. Oh, here we go. An animal section. Look at that. Beautiful animal plates all designed up.
And
How do you go about doing custom stuff? Is that an option at this point, or is that something you're expanding into?
Well, if somebody sees something on my site and they say, hey, I would like this, but I would like it painted, then they would need to contact me or send me an email and say, hey, I would like to purchase this as a gift, but could you paint it for me? And then we would go from there.
Gotcha. And there are things, I'm looking at the website, I mean, there is a lot more than I ever thought was involved with ceramics here. You've got everything from the ceramic bisque Santas, Western figures, African American category, animal figures, Doc Holliday driftwoods, different types of figurines, sports items, Christian stuff, dragons, wizard, gargoyles, gnomes, dinosaurs. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
And the holidays, I also have a different holidays section. So people like to paint their own little pumpkins instead of buying a real pumpkin, or in addition to a real pumpkin, they can carve their own little pumpkin with their name on it. That's something special that I would do. And
how can they do that?
They would just say, hey, I would like to purchase this pumpkin with my last name on it. So if somebody ordered something with like the last name Crosby, I would have Crosby carved into the face of the pumpkin.
Oh, wow.
And then they could paint it.
And does that go true for Christmas and other holidays too, or is that just Halloween thing?
Well, the pumpkins work the best because they're larger.
Gotcha.
I have not tried Christmas trees yet because the molds are smaller, but for right now it's just the pumpkins.
How are you networking your business other than the the Greater Santan Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I am on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, Facebook/Safra-Ceramics. People are welcome to go on there. I'm going to be running a contest here shortly. I'm also, a lot of face-to-face networking. So, and word of mouth. I hope that people will share my page with their friends and help get the word out.
And your studio at this point is on the internet?
My studio is in my house.
Right, but for people to look, though,
my store is on the internet.
Gotcha, which is fantastic these days. That's pretty much the way everything is going.
And we are working
keeps the prices down. It helps everything across the board.
Well, I also believe in supporting the local merchants.
Right.
The other local merchants. That's why everything that I do is here as well. But another important thing is the internet sales. it's so simple to get up in the morning and to go shopping and not have to get dressed. You know, people like the convenience of the internet, which is good. So I fully support it, and hopefully in the future we'll see about getting a storefront, but for right now it's completely online.
Gotcha. Is there anything else that you want to mention about Safra Ceramics?
I would just like to mention that it's a lot of fun. Like I said, if I can paint this piece, you can paint this piece. Children can paint the pieces. We have pieces starting, like I said, from $1.50 to $3, all the way up to, the larger pieces, which are $50, $75, $100.
Can you help people get the paints and all that stuff too?
They're not on my website yet. We are currently working on a new website, which will offer paints and paintbrushes as well. But if they have a need, they can
little
always,
turnkey kits.
Right. They can always say, what kind of paints. I'm happy to give that advice. And
right. Go down to Michael's or Big Lots or whatever and pick up this or that.
Or their local paint store. Yes. Craft store.
Where would be a local craft store in Santan Valley?
You could get them at the Michael's store right now. There is another ceramic shop here that's been here for 30 years, which is wonderful. They can get them there, or they can go through me.
Gotcha. So you can help them with paints at this point?
Yes. They're just not on the website yet.
Nice. What else do you do, Bridget? I know that you also, you're also a writer, aren't you?
I am a writer.
And are you still active doing that?
I am.
And who are you writing for?
I am writing for the Southeast Valley Ledger, which is based here in Queen Creek.
Okay.
I also write for the East Valley Tribune, which covers the whole East Valley in Phoenix, and various magazines. I also write for Popular Mechanics.
Do you?
I do.
Wow.
I think I should write about you, Joe.
I think so. What kind of things are you writing? I mean, just what type of writing?
Well, one of the funnest things for Popular Mechanics, I just interviewed Grand Canyon Brewery up in Williams, Arizona, and I got to actually sample the beers. So
nice. Did you went up there then?
Yes, that was very fun.
Fantastic.
And I also wrote about the world's only hydrogen concept car. The cheapest one is $250,000. So
you must have a couple of those in the
in
the driveway, huh?
I wish I did. And then local news, writing about the local people here in Queen Creek, Santan Valley. That's really close to my heart. I love to write positive stories and help people out.
Nice. Well, it sounds like you certainly have a lot of things going on, definitely. Any projects that you're working on right now that you want to talk about?
Just started a garden club for people in Santan Valley, Queen Creek, and Florence. Helps people teach others how to garden and grow a little bit of their own food, which is a lot of fun.
Are you a gardener?
I am.
What do you grow?
During growing season, I grow tomatoes, corn, onions, jalapenos, radishes, lettuce.
Is it not growing season right now?
It actually is. Right now is a good time to plant certain things. Anything that's a root.
I know we just got some cucumbers and we've got a lot of jalapenos right now that are looking
Salsa
good
time.
in our
Salsa
garden.
Time.
Right.
And actually, Marie is part of the club.
Oh, is she? I'm
is.
going to have to join that club. I love to garden too.
Wonderful. You're welcome to anytime.
Absolutely. And how do we join that?
Well, you can go on Facebook. There's
Okay.
a Facebook group called Desert Diggers Garden Club, and there's a little story behind that. In the 1930s and 40s, before Queen Creek was a town, mostly farms out here, these ladies got together and they started the Desert Diggers Garden Club. So they would do pretty much the same thing. So I went and asked the Historical Society if I could revive that name, and that's where the name comes from, is the Desert Diggers. So
Very cool. Very cool.
very fun. Everybody's welcome to join.
How many members you got right now?
Almost 100.
So it's building quick.
It's building quick.
You're going to have thousands before you know it.
We are having an actual garden talk this Saturday at the Desert Cry Wildlife. If anyone's interested.
Where's that?
It's in Queen Creek, and it's a wildlife rescue. All the proceeds go to running the nonprofit.
I didn't know we had one of those out here.
Oh, yes.
Have you been there?
I have not been there, but I know the lady well.
Does she have a lot of animals out there currently?
She does.
What does she have? Do you know?
Rabbits,
okay.
tortoises, birds, all kinds of different desert critters.
Really? Mm-hmm. And where will that meeting be located then?
I can get the address. I don't have that with me. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. And it's the Desert Diggers Gardening Club.
Mm-hmm. And it's this Saturday.
And go to Facebook and you can get all the information
Right.
right there. Desert Diggers, and when they go to Desert Diggers, how will they know they've got the right club?
There's only one.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's an easy way to find it. Well, where do we want to go with this? I mean, we've got Chamber Chat. We're talking about Bridget Crosby's new business, Safra Ceramics. A little bit, background on Bridget. She's a writer, philanthropist, all kinds of different things. Done it all, right, Bridget?
I don't think I've done it all yet, but I have to stay busy
Getting close,
or I go
right?
crazy. So I just like to say to all the people out there, thank you very much, and thank you, Joe, for having me on the show.
Absolutely, and this is Chamber Chat, brought to you by the Greater Santan Chamber of Commerce, a fantastic organization right out here in Santan Valley to do lots of networking, get you lots of great business going on, meet new people, meet the businesses out here. I believe we have over 160 members now.
In the chamber. That's
yes,
wonderful.
It's growing nicely. I am on the board as well. I enjoy it. I've been on the board since the inception of the chamber. And I truly believe in the organization and enjoy it. Well, I guess we'll be out for now, but make sure you go to Bridget Crosby's new business site, safra-ceramics.com. And any last notes you want to throw out there for people in case they have an interest in ceramics, want to contact you, whatever.
Well, they can contact me through the website, or they can give me a call. My phone number and email are both on the website. And then if you're local, I just encourage you to contact me, and let's get together and paint some ceramics.
Doesn't get any better than that right there. All right, well, sounds great. And for myself and Bridget, KQCK radio station right here, we are out for Chamber Chat today, and we will be back very soon. Enjoy your programming today with myself and Marie for the rest of the day. Thanks, guys.
More music 24 hours a day.